3D-utskrivna hjälpmedel på internet, handprotes. Jag heter Hadis. Det inspirerar mig och jag vill forska inom hjälpmedel som hjälper en med sådana saker som att kunna lyfta saker med bägge händerna. Jag har en hand som inte fungerar som jag vill. Det hade ändrat mitt liv på många olika sätt. Det hade tagit mig till en annan nivå. Jag är väldigt intresserad av teknik och spelar mycket e-sport. Att trycka på tangentbordsknapparna med båda mina händer hade ändrat mitt liv jättemycket. En film, artikel, TED-talk, en intervju. Amy Mullins. Hon förlorade båda sina ben i en olycka när hon var yngre. Hon ser jättevarm och trevlig ut. Hennes sätt att prata om sina problematik känns jättebra. Hennes tal och YouTube-videos om hennes olika protesben inspirerade mig. Speciellt ett par som var mörkbruna. De var gjorda i trä och såg väldigt vackra ut. Amy Mullins.
Interesting. I was speaking to a group of about 300 kids, ages 6 to 8, at a children's museum. And I brought with me a bag full of legs, similar to the kinds of things you see up here, and had them laid out on a table for the kids. And from my experience, kids are naturally curious about what they don't know or don't understand or is foreign to them. They only learn to be frightened of those differences when an adult influences them to behave that way and maybe censors that natural curiosity or reins in the question asking in the hopes of them being polite little kids. So, I just pictured a first grade teacher out in the lobby with these unruly kids saying, "Now, whatever you do, don't stare at her legs." When, of course, that's the point. That's why I was there. I wanted to invite them to look and explore. So I made a deal with the adults that the kids could come in without any adults for 2 minutes on their own. So the doors open, the kids descend on this table of legs, and they are poking and prodding, and they're wiggling toes, and they're trying to put their full weight on the sprinting leg to see what happens with that. And I said, "Kids, really quickly, I woke up this morning, I decided I wanted to be able to jump over a house. Nothing too big, 2 or 3 stories, but if you could think of any animal, any superhero, any cartoon character, anything you can dream up right now, what kind of legs would you build me?" And immediately, a voice shouted, "Kangaroo! No, 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 it should be a frog. No, it should be Go-Go Gadget. No, 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 it should be The Incredibles," and other things that I aren't familiar with. And then one 8-year-old said, "Hey, why wouldn't you want to fly, too?" And the whole room, including me, was like, "Yeah." And just like that, I went from being a woman that these kids would have been trained to see as disabled to somebody who had potential that their bodies didn't have yet, somebody that might even be super abled.
Gå in och kolla hela videon när ni har mer tid. Den är jättebra.
Interesting.
Artikel. En hemsida där man kan skriva ut färdiga 3D-proteshänder. Man kan också beställa online ifall man inte har en egen 3D-skrivare. Alla deras ritningar och planer släpper det gratis på nätet. Sådana tekniska lösningar inspirerar mig. Gå in och kolla hela deras hemsida när ni har tid. Deras arbete är så inspirerande. Intervju Matt Bautel. Han la sitt bästa jobb som ingenjör åt sidan för att hjälpa folk med deras svårigheter. Det vill jag också göra.
I don't see myself as someone who makes hands. I see what I do as giving people experiences.
The skilled engineer has dedicated his life to helping children who need prosthetic limbs, and he does it all for free.
My name is Matt Botel and I'm a prosthetic limb innovator. That's working. So we are here in my workshop. It's really quite small. It's been converted from a single car garage, and I've got some Bunnings racks here with very low cost 3D printers sitting on them. Here we have the latest prototype of my kinetic hand, which is being printed at the moment on these printers.
The last Camry has rolled off the production line at Victoria's Toyota plant. More than 2,000 workers are now out of a job.
When I was at Toyota, and going through this redundancy process, I completely eliminated money from the equation and thought, if money was not a factor, what would I do with my life? And this is what I came up with. About 1 in 10,000 children are born without fingers. Unfortunately, prosthetics are very expensive. This is a traditional prosthetic arm. This was given to a 6-year-old girl, and it's worth about $15,000. And she grew out of it in about 6 months and then wasn't able to get funding for a second one. But this can be made for about $8, and using wrist movement, the child's able to open and close their hand to do simple things that we take for granted, like pick up a cup or ride a bicycle.
Gå in och kolla hela videon när ni har mer tid. Den är jättebra. En film. Videon pianospelare. Det här videon är så vacker. Jag känner mig glad, inspirerad, lycklig. Det känns som hela världen för mig.
It's completely mind-blowing. A lot of the other previous prosthetics that are on the market only allow for certain grip patterns. What this allows me to do is do whichever grip I want on the fly without having to change modes or press a button or anything.
Tack för att ni tittade på min presentation. Länk till min presentation finns i videobeskrivningen. Kolla på den när ni har mer tid. Tack för mig.